September just brought some twists to Cape Coral's housing market that no one was expecting. Whether you're buying or selling, these shifts could mean opportunity or a missed chance if you don't know the facts. So how will this impact your next move? I'm Adam Thompson, your Cape Coral waterfront real estate expert. Every month, I break down the latest numbers so you know exactly what's happening in our local market. No guesswork, no fluff, just the facts that matter in this September market update. I'll cover home prices, inventory, buyer demand, and what it all means for you. If you'd like a personalized copy of my full September market report, or if you're curious of what your home could sell for in today's market, call, text, or email me anytime. My contact information is below, and I would love to walk you through how these changes could impact your real estate goals here in Cape Coral. Let's get into it, guys, and see exactly what these numbers are showing and what that means for everything.
All right, guys, here we are with the Cape Coral market update for September. So these are going to be numbers that came in from the month of August, with what August is doing and what happened in it. We're going to go over the inventory, the median price, the days on the market, closed sales, and what's really happening here in Cape Coral. So active inventory in August of 2025 was 2,583 houses. In May of 2025, we were at 3,126. And in August of 2024, we were at 2,565 houses. So definitely houses moving. Houses been coming off the market. Things have slowed down with houses going on the market. That number's definitely come down a lot from May. So it's more on track from last year's August. So median price homes right now in August 2025 is $367,000. So call it $368,000 for a median price home. In May of 2025, we were at $370,000, and in August of 2024, we were at $390,000. So if you look at the graph, it doesn't really show a huge up and down or even a huge decrease. Everything's kind of stabilizing and leveling out right now. Has for the last few months. We'll keep an eye on those numbers so that we can see exactly what's happening as well throughout the months, so that you guys can make a better educated guess of what you guys would like to do, when you guys would like to move, or where you want to go with it. Days on the market right now, in August of 2025, we were at 57 days. May of 2025, we were at 53 days. In August of 2024, we were at 46 days. Not a huge number change right there in this time frame. And once again, if you look at the bar graph down here, nothing's really, February and March were a little rocky, but everything else is pretty much just right there going up and down, up and down. So nothing dropping drastically or rising drastically. Closed sales. In August of 2025, we had 435 houses sold. These are houses that have gone from all the way to closing and changed ownership. So 100% closed on. In May of 2025, we were at 525 houses. And in August of 2024, we were at 482. So from August of last year to August this year, the number hasn't really changed too terribly much. As you look on the graph here, you can definitely tell that things have changed in February, January, pretty much November to February or March. and that's pretty normal for houses to not sell that much by then. Not many houses moving. There are still houses moving, but the houses move more between March and July. But at the same time too, that can change. A lot of these numbers are coming from interest rates are really high right now, and so people are kind of holding back, waiting for the interest rates to drop down. Some key numbers you guys need to look at is sold price per square foot was at $233 in August. Listed price received is 97.3% of the houses are getting what they're asking. And that's because homeowners are starting to realize that what they're selling, they got to bring their house down to a realistic number to sell their house. They're not getting what they used to get back when things were crazy. So things are starting to get into check there. There is new listings. There was 525 this month. This number is something we want to look at, and that's the 5.9. That's months of inventory. That has dropped from the previous months. So as that number gets lower, the demand could get higher. And if you put interest rates on top of that, if they start dropping more, then that number could start dropping. And that's when supply goes down and demand goes up. That's when prices start going up as well. So inflation in July was 2.72%, and now we're at 2.86%. The inflation seems to be going up and down. Not big jumps, but they're definitely just kind of riding a roller coaster right now. Interest rates right now are 6.29% on a 30-year fixed. They're targeting 6.7, but they are definitely wanting them to get lower, and they have been ticking down the last couple months. Unemployment is at 4.3% and staying steady. We're not seeing it really jump, maybe a 0.1 or drop a 0.1. Current inventory is 2,565 houses. From last year, that's a 7% increase. Population is ticking up every month, I've noticed. So I'm pretty sure they're going to hit that 250,000 people before 6 years. We still are the fastest growing city right now, even with everything going on. But like I said, throughout the nation, it doesn't matter where you're at. Housing markets always fluctuate on interest rates and what those interest rates are doing. Interest rates go up, people kind of sit back and wait and are a little hesitant because it costs more to have or to buy a house. As interest rates drop, that's when you start seeing people moving. So we want to keep an eye on all this stuff and see what it's really doing and where it's going so that you guys can make an educated guess of when is the right time. Is now a time to buy? Inventory and all price points are great down here. Definitely different places have different price points. Just really depends what part of Cape Coral you want to be in, what neighborhood, and what kind of house that you would like. A more inland, not on a canal, is going to be cheaper than being on a freshwater canal. Most saltwater canal houses are going to be more than a freshwater canal house. It really just depends what you guys are looking for and what you guys want to spend. It is a buyer's market. You can make some great deals. You can negotiate lower prices on houses. Or even a lot of houses down here are giving incentives if they're not dropping their price. So towards closing costs, it really depends. And each house is a different scenario. You definitely can right now get more house for your money. That is across the board. So definitely a good time to buy right now. But like I said, a lot of people hesitate due to the interest rates. Interest rates, who wants to pay more money if the interest rates are higher? We all get it. But as those interest rates come down, demand will go up. And when demand goes up, prices of houses do go up as well. Just depends how much inventory is there. Weather plays a big role down here as well. Is now the time to sell? guys, right now, if you're not looking to get a lot out, if you're just looking to get out of your house and make a decent amount on your house, it is very well possible, depending on when you bought your house. Um, the houses are still moving. It just really depends if you are taking in the comps. We comp every house that we sell with other houses that have sold or are on the market, and that's the ones that are as close or the same as yours. When we do that, that's pretty much our price point. If you want to go above that, those houses are sitting a little bit more. Really depends too on the condition of your house and where your house is located, how quick they're going. I've seen people selling houses 6-7 days, and I've seen houses sitting on the market for a year. It just really depends what you have, what you want out of it, and what you want to do. So it is very well possible to sell your house. There is still the second home market from the people up north in the cold north. There always will be that when the snowbirds come down, and there's a lot of people that are getting tired of the cold and the weather changes and they want to move somewhere warmer. So we still have that, and I believe we'll always have that as well. But the biggest thing right now is sellers have to attract buyers, and houses have to be highly marketed and get as much exposure as possible. That's open houses, that's social media, YouTube, Facebook. I mean, it all has to be done out there for houses to be moving. They're not just moving on their own. I set a lot of open houses. I probably set 3 to 4 open houses a week, and some days I'll get 5 or 6 people. Just depends. Some days I get 1. Some days I don't get any. It just really depends. And I've been sitting them, and it's a little bit more in the summertime, in the wintertime, like February through June, that I get more traffic. But I'm still seeing that traffic in the summertime, just not as much. So there are people still out there looking. And if they've got the right deal and the right house comes along, they are jumping on it and they are taking advantage of it. So just remember that when selling a house, that it might take a little time to sell it, but the biggest thing is getting the right price point, making your house look as good as it can with staging, everything, and just being open to offers and anything like that, reasonable offers. So if there's anything I can do for you guys, this is all my contact information here, whether you're buying or selling. Like I said, let's keep an eye on these numbers. Let's see where they're going right now. They're not really tanking, and they're not really jumping. But let's definitely keep an eye on that interest rate and see where it's going, and watch these median prices as well and see where it's going and make our best educated guess. So I'll see you guys on the next market report.